Hi everyone, this is your girl. I've been watching too many American shows like this is your girl. I keep saying girl these days. Girl. Miriam, calm down. This is Miriam, guys. Welcome to my YouTube channel. For the first time ever, I actually felt nervous filming this video because I feel like it's just been a while since I actually sat down in front of a camera. Me who loves the camera, yeah, it's actually been a while, so I feel really happy to be filming again. And I hope that you guys have been well. For the new subscribers, hi, my name is Miriam. I'm a very normal girl, 24 years old, and I find it hard to introduce myself, so I hope that you get to know me a bit more through this video. So I decided to do the 23 things I've learned at 23 because I recently turned 24. Actually, it's been, well, I turned 24 in August and we are now in November, so this video you could say is a little bit overdue. I thought I'll come back and tell you 23 things I've learned by 23, and I'm just going to be as raw and real as I always am with you guys, and I hope that you guys enjoy this video. One thing I've learned is that life is a journey. Life is just not a straight journey. It's just, you will go through things in life, you go through failure, and that knocks down, and failure is basically part of life. As a Christian, or not even just as a Christian, I've always been very positive about my future. I've always been the kind of person who, you know, I finished university, but before I went to uni, I was never one of those people that don't know what they want to do. I've always known that, you know, TV and journalism is something that I love. I love to interview people. So I've never really had to go through the struggle of not knowing what I want to do. And so I always thought that after university, I get this, I get a job easily, I just do this. I always thought that it was going to be a smooth journey just because I have passion. And one thing I've learned is that life, even with the passion, you still have to work really hard, and it might take some time before you get to before you get to your dream job, before you get to where you're supposed to be or where you want to be. It might take some time. You might go through rejection, you might go through a lot of things. It's just not a straight journey, and it's part of life. It's not the end of the road. What's important, I think, for God is that character is built, because what's the point of being at the top when you don't have the character or the diligence or whatever to sustain it? There's something at the end of that rejection. There's something at the end of that. Second thing I've learned is that, you know what, there's nothing wrong with getting a job that is not in your field. Yeah, because as I said, I've always thought, you know what, I don't want to do anything else but what I love. But I've learned that sometimes you have to pay the bills, and there's nothing wrong with getting a job that is not in your field in order to get money to fund for your passion or to do what you want to do. The third thing I've learned that I've kind of always known, but sometimes you have to go through, as you get mature, you realize it a bit more. The third thing is that family is very precious. There's nothing like family, and what I mean by family for me is my parents, my brothers. There's honestly nothing like family, and even cousins and all that. There's nothing like your mom. There's no one in your world that is like your mom, and there's no one in the world that is like your dad. So when you have to appreciate your parents, that's one thing I've learned, because the thing is, when you've always lived with mom and dad, for you, like, they're just familiar, right? So you don't really care that much. Like, you don't tell them I love you that much and stuff like that. But as I've grown older and I've got, you know, I'm not in the same country as my mom and my dad. I don't live with my parents anymore. And the thing is, I've learned is that, you know what, yeah, parents are so precious, and tell them that you love them. Don't wait to be 70 and they're old, or don't wait for them to die before you tell them that you love them. Really appreciate your parents, especially if you have nice parents, and even when you don't have nice parents, appreciate your parents. Realize how, you know, what a gift it is for your parents to still be alive and to still be here, and appreciate them. The fourth thing is that I've learned by 23 is that there's nothing wrong with having friends. I think especially in my part of the world, there's a lot of be careful with friends, be careful with friends, you know. So this, when you keep hearing be careful with friends, or when you have an auntie telling you don't trust people, just trust God or whatever, without realizing, it actually stays in your mind, and then you end up thinking that you don't need people and you don't need friends, and it's a wrong thinking, because the truth is that you need people. People need people. I know God is there, God is amazing, yeah, the Holy Spirit lives in you, he's amazing, but you need people. Whether it's people that don't like you, you need them, because you know what, when people don't like you, it's good for your soul. You get to not be a people pleaser anymore, but you need people, godly friends. You don't need a lot of friends, but just at least 1 or 2 or even 3 great people in your life. The 5th thing I've learned is that appreciate your season. That's one thing I've learned. Appreciate your season, whatever season you are in, appreciate it. Especially, like, just know that, you know, if you're in a period where you don't have a lot of money or you don't have a lot of that, just know that it's temporary. And one thing I learned is just appreciate the season that you are in, because you miss it. You know, you will miss it. You will miss university, you will miss living with your parents, you will miss your mom's cooking. Appreciate your season. The 6th thing I've learned is that the future can be a mystery. Don't try to figure out everything. There are some things you just won't know, otherwise faith will not be necessary. Some things you can only trust God and hope for the best. It's very true. You just, like, that part of the future that you won't know, so you just gotta leave it to God, darling. The 7th thing I've learned, and the 7th thing I've learned, and I guess I'm still learning, is that God loves me and he wants me to love me too. That's the 7th thing I've learned, that ain't nothing like loving who God made you to be, and nothing wrong with loving your presence, because the truth is that you will spend the rest of your life with you, so might as well like you. The 8th thing is that one is quite funny. The 8th thing I've learned is that, no, this is actually funny, but it's like, I think one of the most important things that I'm still learning, and I kind of learned, is that your hips, Miriam, will never go away, so might as well accept them. Your cheeks are naturally chubby, might as well embrace them, because when you get older and you're 24, people are gonna be like,
are you 24? You look younger.
Well, I'm sure I'm 24. And my hips, I mean, to be honest, I'm very curvy, and like, it's one of the things that a lot of people are like, yeah, it's nice to have curves, but I've always been the kind of person that don't really like my curves, and I've had to learn that. You know, I remember one day, I've never told this story before, but I remember, you know, because I schooled in France, right? And I remember every Tuesday or Thursday or whatever, once a week, we went to the swimming pool as part of our course to learn how to swim, or just, it was part of like our curriculum, went to the swimming pool. And I remember praying one day at probably 10 or 11 or even 8, I don't even remember, I was young, and I just believed that prayer worked, right? Like a childlike faith. I had childlike faith, and I prayed to God,
Lord, tomorrow I'm going to the swimming pool. Lord, if you love me, you said we should pray. Let my hips go smaller by tomorrow. Let my bum be smaller by tomorrow. Please, God, please.
The next day, nothing has changed, and so I figured that it's probably God's will for me to have this figure, and so I should appreciate it. It's been a journey, it's still a journey, but you know, now everyone wants a certain shape, and I'm like, really, you like that? But I guess God made me this way, and I should like my curves, because that's how I am. Yeah, I've had to wait 23 years to understand, and even I'm still learning, is that, Miriam, love your shape. God made you this way, and nothing wrong. As long as you're being classy, there's nothing wrong. Another thing I've learned is don't diet. I went through a period of my life where I literally didn't eat anything for like 1 year or 2 years, probably around the year of 2014. Was it 2014? No, 2013. I just wanted to lose weight. Not because of my shape. My hips don't go away anyway. So it was never really because of my shape. I think I wanted a flat stomach. And so I already have a flat stomach, but I wanted it like proper, like, you know, have abs and that. And so I was like proper like dieting. I remember like literally just not eating anything. But yeah, one thing is just don't diet, because at the end of the day, it's not good for you to diet. I don't think it's good for you. And the other thing is just be careful of your health. There will always be people around you, so you should learn to like people and appreciate them. The 11th thing is God doesn't give up on you, and God will never give up on you. Even when you just don't want to spend time with him, he will still want you. The 12th thing is that the process and the lessons learned along the way in life is as or even more important than the destination, as it shapes your character. 13th thing I've learned is that fear is the devil. Don't live in fear. Fear will cripple you. Anxiety will kill you. So try your best to be at peace. Like, make it your goal to have peace in life. Like, even from the age of, like, as soon as you're born, bro, like from the age of, like, just make it your goal to live in peace and to be at peace in your mind, to have peace. It's very important, because anxiety and fear, if you just keep living in anxiety, it will cripple you. Never feel sorry for calling your mom and your parents too often. Even when you get older, even once you get older, just don't be afraid. Like, even when you're 50, your parents will always see you as a child, and don't ever feel bad for calling them too often. It's actually alright. If you have to kill yourself to try and make a guy or your crush notice you, he's definitely not the one for you. Short story, if you're always the one making the first move, leave it. You're worth much more than that. Friendships are meant to be invested in, just like relationships, just like everything. Friendships are meant to be invested in. You look so much better when you smile, Miriam, so try to smile. Even try to be happy, and try to smile a bit more, not just for people but for yourself. Try your best to be happy, because that's honestly the #1 thing in life. Invest in your skills. Preparation is key. 19th thing, God is interested and wants to be involved in every part of your life. Definitely. Sometimes I wonder why God is interested, to be involved in my life, because, but God is actually always be interested in you, and he always would want you, and that's I find amazing. 20th thing, your parents are real people. Your parents are real people, so speak to them well, respect them, and call them, because once you leave home, your parents are by themselves, and you have to realize that they're real people and they have feelings and they do feel lonely sometimes. So 21st thing, I don't know. Once you get into Korean dramas or Asian dramas, girl, you won't stop. So be careful. Once you get into Korean music or Korean dramas, girl, you won't stop. So I'm just giving you a warning. 22nd thing, don't owe any company or anyone money. Make sure you pay your bills on time. Just make sure you just don't owe anyone money, because it's frustrating, and it's good to live a life where you don't owe money, except student loans. That one, you might not take a month for you to give the money back. I understand. I'm still in that process of paying back my student loans. In fact, let me not even get into that. So yeah, just don't owe anyone money. 23rd thing, not everything that shines is gold. So that might relate to relationships. That might have to do with relationships or anything. Not every guy that is handsome, or not every guy that goes to church, or not every guy that your parents want you to be with is for you. Not everything that is gold. Not every opportunity is for you. Not everything is for you. In fact, in life, the 23rd thing I've learned is that you will have to make decisions, and make sure that your decisions are based in what is right, not just what is nice, because a lot of things will be nice in life. A lot of guys that approaches you as a girl will be nice, will look nice. A lot of opportunities will look nice, but make sure that you do the right thing. Make sure that whatever you do is the right choice, and not just because it seems nice. 24th thing is that, it was meant to be 23 things. Okay, that's a bonus then. The 24th thing is that the Bible is still the best book ever. It's amazing. I've read the Bible for a long time, like reading and not reading, and honestly I always have something to learn from it. So the Bible is still the best book ever. It's very weird how one book can have so much information to last you for a long time, and every time you open it there's always something to learn. It's strange when you think about it, but that's the truth. The Bible is fascinating. It really is. So yeah, these are the 23 things / 24 things I've learned by the age of 24. By the age of 23, I'm confused. Okay, these are the 23 things I've learned by 23. Okay, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I really enjoyed making this video. There are some videos coming up on this channel. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. I would love you guys to subscribe, you know, to also interact. I love interaction, and you know, leave your comments and tell me if there's anything from this very long video which stood out for you. And thank you so much guys for watching this video and taking your time to watch this video. I really appreciate it. Alright then, see you guys soon. Take care. Bye.